Hello students, welcome to the class of Environmental Applications. Today we will start with the topic environment, the natural world around us. Now, what is environment? It is the natural world in which people, animals, and plants live. Also refers to the water, soil, land, air, and the organisms. The concerns for the natural environment. Before 1960, not many in the world worried about the environment. Then, people in the US began noticing some disturbing signs and events such as oil spills, pollution, poaching, deforestation, etc. Thus, more and more people became concerned about pollution and the need to conserve nature. The first Earth Day was observed on 20 April 1970. Public awareness about environmental issues has been steadily increasing. Next, parts of environment. Our natural environment has two parts, the living and the non living components. The living components are termed as biotic components, which include plants, animals, and microorganisms. The non living components are termed as abiotic components, such as sunlight, water, air, soil, minerals, and even salinity level in the water, which means amount of dissolved salts. So, both biotic and abiotic factors interact with each other. For example, plants growing in the soil. So, here plants use the nutrients from the soil for their growth. Next, ecology. It is the science that studies the relationships between living things and their environment, and also how the organisms interact with each other and their environment. German scientist Ernst Haeckel coined the term ecology in 1866. Both ecology and environmentalism are closely related to each other. Now, let's understand it. For example, ecology provides information about how environmental damages occur, how environment is being affected, and how we can reverse the effects. Thus, environmentalists use this knowledge to take suitable action to conserve the environment. So, we can conclude that if a healthy environment is disturbed, there can be disturbance in ecology too, as disturbances in various ecosystems take place. Next, students, there is a case study of Easter Island, which is a remote island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It is one of the island of Polynesia, which is made up of more than 1,000 islands scattered in the Pacific Ocean. So it is one of the island of Polynesia. Now, the island was full of trees and resources millions of years ago, but it had no people. A group of people from Polynesia made the island their home and practiced excessive deforestation. Life on the island was very good earlier. But due to excessive exploitation of the resources and deforestation by the inhabitants, it collapsed. It became barren by the end of the 17th century. When the Dutch admiral Roggeveen landed there in 1722 on Easter Sunday, he found something very remarkable. There were about 800 huge stones statues of human beings along the shore. This proved that the islanders once had enough resources and capability to carve large statues and move them to the shore. Now let's understand that how cutting trees affected Easter Island. Without the forests, all the rainwater flowed into the ocean. As the water did not percolate into the groundwater depleted. The flowing water took away the topsoil and plants did not grow well. There was no more wood to build boats, new houses, etc. As the available natural resources decreased, the island was unable to support so many people. Thus, people started dying and their life became miserable. Thus, one action of deforestation led to large consequences such as loss of biodiversity, increased drought, flooding, disruption of water cycle, etc. Hence, we conclude from the case study of Easter Island that everything in nature is connected. Every action that a human being or an animal takes has an effect on one part of the environment, which in turn has another effect on another part, and so on. Next, environmental conservation. So, it includes all the ways in which we protect and reverse the damage caused to the natural environment. For example, when we turn a barren land into a forest or protect animals from poaching practices, we are basically conserving the environment. With this, we complete the topic. So go through the video carefully. Thank you, students. Stay safe, stay healthy.